Hey, what's up there? My name's Linus. Thank you very much for coming to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I would get new students if I were a cooking instructor or a chef of any kind looking for new students to attend in my cooking lessons or cooking courses, perhaps. So what I would do, because, well, the kind of idea behind this is that cooking is a form of art, of course. There's so much skill involved that the best way to get people to want to get learned or taught by you or tutored by you is to actually get them interested in you as a person and realize how good of a chef you are so they can actually become as good as you are. So the best way to do that is of course to get people to know about you, and the best way to do that nowadays is definitely social medias. But that's very vague. So I will show you exactly what I would do if I were a cooking instructor looking for new students today. And what I would do is I would use content rewards on Whop. So what is Whop Content Rewards? Well, Whop Content Rewards is essentially like paid ads, but a lot better. Because you see, paid ads cost you around $10 to $15 for every 1,000 views on social media such as TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, which is very expensive, and it also doesn't really have any trust behind it because these adverts you're consuming are just adverts in the eyes of the consumer. On the other side, organic content is very time consuming to create, so it doesn't actually leave you with a lot of time to actually teach your students about your cooking courses. So what I would do is I would go for the opportunity that Whop has created with content rewards. So what is a content reward? Well, a content reward, it's the essentially an opportunity that you're opening up for either creators worldwide or that you select to promote your brand and your cooking courses. Of course, there's a cost to this, and it's only $1 to $2 for every 1,000 views, which goes directly to the creator for promoting your content. So that means that as low as 10% of the cost of paid ads, you can get a lot more views from a lot of different creators, all talking about your brand, which creates a ripple effect, making you an actual figure of authority because there's so many people talking about you, as well as they're driving people to your website to book your cooking courses, which actually gets you students as well for, well, 10% of the price. I would argue that the results though are a lot more than 10% because these creators and the views that they're generating are a lot more trustworthy than just adverts, and that way the views you're getting are more valuable at a tenth of the cost, and as a side effect you're actually creating a brand for yourself because so many people are talking about you and your cooking courses and cooking abilities. So this of course sounds good. So how do you actually go about setting this up? Well, I would do the following. Hey there, thank you very much for making it this far into the video. So to actually get your Whop set up to host your content reward, just like all these people that you can look on the Discover page are doing and generating tens of thousands of dollars every single day. So to actually get your own content reward set up, it's a simple two-step process. Well, first, it's kind of step zero, but you gotta create a Whop account. It takes you around 30 seconds, so I assume that's kind of self-explanatory. Secondly, you need to go to whop.new. Once you add whop.new, you're going to create your Whop. Now, the Whop, that's the community that will be hosting the content reward, which is the community that you're going to be inviting creators to or open up for anyone to join to promote your brand in your content reward that is hosted within that community. In this community also you can create courses of how you want the creators to create content for your brand, or you can talk to them, create an actual community, get to know them, create announcement, host flash campaigns, and everything that you could ever dream of. So to get this all done, all you need to do is just go to whop.new after you've created an account. Then after that, you will just let this load and you'll click create new dashboard. Then click continue and then just title this whatever you want. So I'm not going to actually create this right now, but you just create it and saying, I'm going to say Linus1234. Then just click continue. Then just choose a link, and of course actually make this properly. I'm just showing this now for educational purposes. Then it would just say building Linus, and 2 seconds later you'll have a Whop. Now you can go to your community, and if you want to, you can make this a little more aesthetically pleasing because you can fill out the tabs like home, chat, earn, learn, calendar, play, and everything here to create a proper community that will be hosting your content reward. Now you can make this prettier, it'll take you like 5 minutes, and once this is done, you'll simply head to the Discover page. Once on the Discover page, you'll click on the plus sign next to Content Rewards, and then right here you'll select the Whop that we just created and click Continue. Once here now, you'll fill out the information, which is super simple to do, very self-explanatory, of what your content reward is about. So you can then title this whatever you want, select the content type. Clipping is that they're repurposing your content, and UGC is that you're creating new content. If you're going to create UGC, I would advise you have the reward rate, which is what they're getting paid, a little higher because it requires more effort on their end. Choose the category, select your budget, the reward rate, what you're getting paid for every 1,000 views. I would argue that around $1 to $3 is good. Probably on the higher end if you're creating UGC, and on the lower end if you're clipping. The minimum and the maximum payout, any bonuses, select the platforms you want them to create this on, and then any assets you want them to include, and then on the requirements. For the requirements, it's important to enter in all the details you want about the videos done, such as if you want the audience to be in a certain location, if you want them to be in a certain location, if you want them to have a call to action in the videos, such as to promote your website, or if you have a website for your brand, if you want them to tag you in the posts, if you want them to have a link in bio, or whatever the case is, you would enter this here under the requirements. Then once this is done, you'll just click continue, then you'll top up the balance, and then the content reward is live. It's really that simple, and now it's just a matter of inviting people to your Whop community to use your content reward to get paid to promote your brand. Now you can, of course, if you want to, just leave this open as well, and everyone who wants to will be able to take part of this as Whop is pushing that out then to help you grow. Now, this is of course one of the most common questions that we get asked is that, hey, what if someone just joins my Whop and steals my marketing budget? Well, you don't need to worry about that, because even though anyone can promote content if you choose to do this publicly, you'll need to manually approve or disapprove all the submissions that they're doing into your content reward, and only after you've approved their submission they'll get paid. So that way there's no chance of you losing your money, rather it's just 100% more, well, in my opinion, it's 1,000 times better way to actually get your brand off the ground. And that's exactly how I would do it, and that's what we can see that all these creators are doing every single day on the Whop, where they're paying out tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands daily, because they see that this is working for them and they just know that this is the next big thing. So with that said, I definitely recommend you get on this. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to every single one of them. And with that said, I hope you have a really good day and take care.